Many laughed at him. Others thought he was just passing time. How can a guy who comes from Kenya pursue a sport that top of the athletes struggle to get to 85 meters? Those who get to 85, they are considered great and elite. Yet there was this guy from Kenya, a country that does not do javelin. There were no coaches. There were no systems to support him. He was just one man without a coach. No system. There was no support. Local support, national support. There was nothing. But he shocked the world. He shocked them in a way that they were not expecting. That how can someone without a coach, how can someone without the support, how can someone without proper structures and proper equipment to do the sport surpass everyone who has the elite coaches and everyone who have everything at their disposal? He did not just win, he forced the world to pay attention. He forced the world to recognize him. He forced the world to know who exactly he is. How did he get to where he got to? My people, this is the story of Julius Yego. Julius Yego is a man from Kenya. And as you all know, Kenya is not just a country. Kenya is a factory of runners. You talk of long distance runners, you talk of sprinters, marathon, indoors, 5,000 meters. All of them, you get them from Kenya. Names like Eliud Kipchoge, they are the names that dominate the whole global stage. From young age, Eliud Kipchoge have been dominating, and many other people from Kenya who have dominating the global stage. So for someone now to now get into something else like javelin that is not known, where there is no spotlight in javelin, no funding, no heroes to follow, that was kind of crazy. Choosing javelin in Kenya was not just unusual, because it was just an invisible sport. But Julius said, I will do this, and then he did it in style. In schools, like the school that he went, almost every child in school in Kenya, they try their hand in running. Yego tried. He was good, but he was not exceptional. But the day that he picked the javelin, he saw that he was different. That day, he realized that he can throw to a greater distance. He didn't have the coaching. He didn't have know how it was done. But that day, a belief was born into him. Because when he was running, he saw that his board was getting bigger and bigger. He had a big board. The board, people who make it usually in athletics, they are people who are lean, slender people. They are the ones who usually make it. But for him, his board was built for bodybuilding, to be maybe a wrestler or to be any other thing. So there are moments in life where something just like this clicks. He picks a javelin, and then the javelin spoke to him that you have been called to do this. He didn't have the technique to do it, the proper technique. Neither did he have the guidance. But he had one thing, the distance. The distance that he threw, that sparked the belief. That distance told him that if he followed it, he said that if at some point his sister once threw the javelin and it went a great deal of a distance. But there was a problem because there were no local coaches. There were no local systems to teach him. He turned to YouTube, and YouTube became his coach. YouTube was coaching him. He watched the clips on YouTube of the elite, the top throwers in the world. He watched over and over again. He watched how they throw. He watched in slow motion. He paused. He replayed on YouTube. No coach. That the other athletes were studying this in great facilities. They were working in where the top athletes learn. But him, he was just studying. It was only him and YouTube. He studied angles, footwork, releasing time. Like, when do you release the javelin? How do you stand? He was watching all this on YouTube. This was not practice. It was self-education at the highest level. His progress did not start with applause. Rather, he was fought, he was denied chances. There was a point when Team Kenya was going to Maputo for All Africa Games. His name was omitted. Then he went to the authorities, say, no, just if you can put me in the athletics team, I'll go as an athlete, I'll run with the athletes, and I'll also go and do my javelin. He didn't have sponsors. He didn't have the proper equipment, no recognition. And then come a defining moment. While he was in Maputo in All Africa Games, he won gold for the country. But it started when he begged. He begged. Imagine a future world champion begging only for a sport so that he can just showcase his talent. That's the hunger that drove him. That's the hunger that separated him from those who would be throwers or great throwers or any other person who doesn't make it in their field that they have chosen. You must have the hunger that I want to deliver in this sport, the hunger that I want to achieve. That's the hunger that we are seeing in the life of Julius Yego. This is what exactly that's what happened. As I said, that the moment revealed something different about him. And slowly, when he won in Maputo, that's when the country and Africa started to see, oh, we have a guy like this in Africa who can throw like this. Slowly, people started to recognize him, and people were now giving him a little bit of what do you call it? They gave him benefit of doubt that, okay, let him go. 2015, he went to China, in Beijing. There were World Championship in Beijing. And what he did there shocked the world. Against the best in the world, Julius Yego took the javelin, launched it 92.7 meters. He did not just dominate the world. He did not just win. No. He entered his name where the names of the elites of the sport, because he broke the world record. Not only breaking the world record, the world was in silence. The world was shocked. Say, who is this guy? He dominated. From the guy who taught himself, now he was competing against those people that he was watching. He used to watch on YouTube. He was competing with the global elites, with the who's of javelin, the gods and the prophets and the bishop of javelin. They were there, but he beat them all hands down. Beyond the medals of getting breaking records, gold medals, representing the country, in his country he was just known as a detective. He was a detective sergeant. He became a mentor. He became a pioneer. He showed young Africans that success is not limited to traditional ways of getting success or getting information. No, success can now be found in everywhere if you are willing. He didn't follow the crowd, like the phrase that is there, that the world will not follow a man who follows the crowd, but the crowd will follow a man who follows himself, a man who is a pace setter. So you see, this is what we learn in this story. If this story have to teach us something, because what Julius achieved, it's no longer exception only to him. You and me can achieve the same thing if we are willing to do it. Because what we have to do is to understand that education is no longer found only in classes or institutions. Institutions, they no longer have the monopoly to control how we can get education. Education is no longer in classes and institutions alone. Because Yego did not train, he was not trained by a coach. He trained himself on YouTube by watching videos, by having the hunger. While these people are wasting their lives, people waste their lives scrolling from the morning, from dawn till dusk, scrolling, watching endless short videos without benefiting them. But you can use the same time that the Julius Yego used, that he started to watch videos on YouTube. Even when he was there, he did not stop watching. He was watching those were the record holders. How were they throwing? How do they doing their stuff? That separated him from those who wanted to be champions but failed, because he took it upon himself that I have to be the world best, and not in institutions, but he learned through everything. This brings us to the next point, that education, self-education, is now the superpower. Because there was a time, like I said, where education only lived in classrooms. Today, education lives online. Platforms like YouTube, they've become global classrooms. They are free, accessible, constantly evolving. Whatever you want to watch on YouTube, you can find it. Anything that you desire, you'll find it. Yego used it to study javelin. What are you using YouTube for? Or the platform that you are watching? I am a YouTuber. I follow YouTube. I didn't know how to edit videos. I didn't know how to talk on camera. I used to talk through you. Now I am talking to you. I learned all these things on YouTube. What are you using this platform for? What are you using your phone for? Are you wasting your life, or you are empowering your skill yourself? Because if you learn a skill is empowering yourself. Are you empowering yourself, or you are just going through the... You see, people like Elon Musk. Elon Musk, he is known to teach himself. He is known to teach himself in this complex field of engineering by reading books, by watching videos, by experimenting, by building over and over again. Not waiting, not asking for permission. Because if you want to be accredited by being given value by someone else will give you their value. But if you take it upon yourself that you want to educate yourself, this is the most important thing. Because yes, education still matters. Hear me well. Education still matters. But in today's world, a degree alone is no longer a guarantee that I've made it. What matters most today is, can you do something valuable? Can you solve a problem? Can you create? Can you execute? You don't have to just show people papers. You have to show people your capability that you can do it. If you want to get into marketing, how is your social media life like? Are you able to gather people? Are you able to bring people to yourself? Because you can have all the certificates, but on the certificates, they are not enough to convince the world or who will be your employers to employ you, because they have to see track record of what you have done. This takes us again to the next point, that YouTube is no, you cannot only consume content. YouTube is now a teacher and a paymaster. Here's the most shift that a lot of people underestimate on YouTube. Because YouTube is not only a place where you can just consume content. No, YouTube is a place where you can consume content, and also where you can also learn. You learn a skill and come back and teach it again on the same YouTube, and you'll be paid for it. My people, creators like Mr. Beast, I Show Speed, Wademai, Mark G, Mark Angel. These people, they are making thousands, if not millions now, of US dollars on YouTube, right? They just produce their content, people are watching their content, and they become millionaires. You too, you can, whatever that you can decide to do, If you can cook, film it, show it on YouTube. You are a motor mechanic, film yourself fixing cars. The education that you have, don't keep it yourself. There is someone who is struggling on how to fix a washing machine. Learn it on YouTube. Teach the skill. If you know how to, whatever, you are a technician, there is a troubleshooting of maybe a walkie-talkie at workplaces, troubleshooting with anything, record it, post it on YouTube. Your knowledge will make you be accepted and be a leader on YouTube. You have influence. You become people's coach. Whatever you know, be it in finances. I know there is a lady who is doing, she's a nurse by profession, but every time she is teaching student nurse how to pass their course, she is now a lecturer to the student nurse on YouTube, and a lot of people are following her. She's not only teaching, she is teaching, she is now an authority in her field. Not that she's only authority, she's also earning money. So in the world that we are in, like Julius Yego did, he used YouTube to become the world champion. He beat even the people that he was watching on YouTube. So you, my friend, you who is watching me now, I don't know the field that you want to pursue. Even when you are a security guard, you can show your people how do you do your patrols, how do you polish your shoes, how do you report for duty, how do you evade those people who want to. You might be even a bus driver. The times that you wake up in the life of a bus driver, you can show people that in the life of a bus driver. You can be a vendor. In the life of a vendor, show people the life of a vendor. Those things you are teaching people, and you are also earning. So in today's life, proof beats potential. Not what you studied, but what you have built. Not what you know, but what you can demonstrate. Because you have to demonstrate. Yego did not present a certificate, or he did not present that he read about it. He threw to 92.7 meters. What can you present? What can you build your CV on? Because you only don't have to be book smart. You also have to show that you can execute, you can create, you can teach, you can do some things. Skills that you can learn on your own. Maybe there is the thing that you can learn, the hidden story from this story is the gap from where you are to where you could be is no longer controlled by access, but by action. Take action. The good thing about today's world where we are, if you take action, if you show yourself, use the power of YouTube, people from China will see you. People from USA will see you. People from Nigeria, from Gambia, you can be in USA, and people in Philippines will see you. You can be in Vietnam, and people in Canada will be seeing you. You might be in Thailand. People in Australia are watching you. So we are no longer limited by access. You may not have been to Nigeria before, you have never been to Ghana before, but the information that you can share, people in Ghana might be watching you. So don't be limited by where you are. As long as you have a phone, as long as you have internet, you can reach to all the people that you think you can reach. And by so, you become an authority in that field that you want to. Even when you are a footballer, teach kids watching, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please share in your WhatsApp groups, share in your Facebook groups, and above all, please subscribe to the channel. We are building a team, we are building a community where people will know each other, a community where we dine and wine, party together. Thank you for watching, and please remember to take care of your loved ones. My name is Osajefo, the President of Africa.